Do you plan to try to use campaign funds or PAC money to try to pay some of the penalties in the New York defamation and fraud cases?
I don't understand what?
Are you thinking of potentially trying to use campaign money to pay some of those penalties that you might incur?
What penalties?
In the New York fraud case, the defamation case.
I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, that's been proven as far as I'm concerned. And actually, we won in the Court of Appeals. You probably saw that. That case has been largely won in the Court of Appeals. That was a political case coordinated with the White House by the Attorney General, I assume is what you're talking about. And we won that case largely in the Court of Appeals.
In parallel to the defamation case, the original.
That's a ridiculous case. That case is.
So that was Donald Trump at a recent press conference this past week, and he was being asked, are you going to use your campaign funds to pay for all of your losing? You spent about $50 million from political action committees to cover legal fees, to pay for horrific lawyers like Alina Habba. Now that you've been hit with these penalties, are you going to use campaign funds to pay for that? You saw Donald Trump saying, what do you mean? I didn't lose anything. I won these cases. We basically won, when he lost. Just such a weird clip to see both his constant lying mixed with his cognitive decline right there. Really weird to see. But now Donald Trump is taking his losing tour internationally, and he just lost in a major ruling before the High Court in London on a lawsuit that he filed against an organization called Orbis Business, as well as Christopher Steele, for the Steele dossier. And so Donald Trump alleged in this lawsuit that the information in the Steele dossier harmed his reputation. Trump was asking the High Court in London for damages, for a judicial remedy, and the court threw it out before it even went to trial. That happened this past week. You may remember when Donald Trump filed this lawsuit. It was back in September of 2023. One of the things that I remarked at that time is, seems pretty late. Seems pretty stale at this point. And I was wondering, because I'm not an expert in London or UK or other laws in Europe about kind of statute of limitations and the types of concepts we have here, but I'm like, he didn't bring this anytime soon. He kind of randomly brought it in September. I wonder if it'll get dismissed on that basis alone. And that was one of the reasons why ultimately the High Court dismissed it, said the claims were stale, too late, and there was really no remedy that the court could fashion. Let me just read from this article right here from The Guardian that talks about this outcome. But not only is Donald Trump losing everything in all of his cases in America, he's now, as I said, he's taken his losing tour of lawsuits internationally, and more on that in a minute. Donald Trump's sex and bribes data protection case rejected by a UK court. Ex-U.S. president took action over allegations he took part in perverted acts and bribed Russian officials. This Donald Trump's data protection claim for damages over allegations in the Steele dossier that he took part in perverted sex acts and gave bribes to Russian officials has been dismissed by a high court judge in London. Just so you remember, in 2017, the Steele dossier was published on BuzzFeed, and one of the things Christopher Steele argued is, look, I'm an intelligence officer, former British intelligence officer. I was preparing an intelligence analysis. I wasn't publishing it on BuzzFeed. I didn't think it would get published on BuzzFeed. So there's no grounds to go after me or Orbis for the fact that BuzzFeed published the intelligence analysis. Goes on to say, Mrs. Justice Stein, that's the High Court judge, agreed with Orbis Business Intelligence, the company founded by former British intelligence officer Christopher Steele, who compiled the contentious material, that the case should not go to trial. The ruling issued on Thursday said the court did not, quote, consider or determine the accuracy or inaccuracy of the memoranda, but found that Trump's claim for damages had been made outside the 6-year period of limitations. Statute of limitations argument. The court ruled that Trump, quote, has no reasonable grounds for bringing a claim for compensation damages and no real prospect of successfully obtaining such a remedy. The court added that, quote, Only other remedy claimed was for a compliance order, erasing or restricting processing of the memoranda, but that this would be, quote, pointless and unnecessary in circumstances where the dossier was freely available on the internet and the defendant had in any event undertaken to delete copies it held. It goes on to just talk about how the report investigating Russian efforts to influence the 2016 U.S. presidential campaign was compiled by Steele, who previously ran the UK intelligence Russian desk, and then published by BuzzFeed in 2017. Trump's lawyer, Hugh Tomlinson, had told the court that his client knew that he had the legal responsibility to prove allegations were false, and that he intended to, quote, discharge his burden by giving evidence in this court. But Orbis was successful in arguing that the claim had been brought too late. And of course, we have to get a quote from Trump's campaign spokesperson, who acts like this is a win. The High Court found there was processing utilization of those false statements. Trump will continue to fight for the truth against falsehoods, such as the ones promulgated by Steele and his cohorts. Copilot is a personalized fitness solution. Every individual is unique, so your fitness journey should be too. Copilot's app links you with an affordable, real-life fitness coach who customizes workouts tailored to your individual needs and goals. No fitness fads here. Work out anywhere, anytime, and make fitness a seamless part of your lifestyle. With Copilot, you'll get completely personalized workouts with step-by-step guidance. Your coach continuously updates and adapts every workout to your goals, schedule, and injuries. The My Copilot app offers a connection to a real-life expert coach, and the workout plans tailored by your coach are meant to be enjoyable and effective with regular progress check-ins and the support and guidance you need for your fitness journey. The workout programs are designed around your specific lifestyle and ability to work out at your convenience anywhere you want. My Copilot makes it easy to start and stay committed to your fitness goals. My coach is a total rock star. He keeps me motivated and committed to the program he's designed for me. The thing is, Copilot coaches are here to help you, and they truly want to see you succeed at every step of the way. The flexibility of Copilot with all of our busy schedules makes this the perfect way to stay committed. The fact that the workouts are planned and designed by my coach allows me to take even less off my plate and focus on reaching my peak performance. I'd love for you to follow my lead to get fit and feel fabulous. Give Copilot a try to find out why it was listed by Forbes as the top-rated personal trainer app of 2023. Head to mycopilot.com/Meidas to get a 14-day free trial and 20% off your first month of personalized fitness with your own personal trainer if you sign up before February 1st, 2024. That's mycopilot.com/Meidas, M-E-I-D-A-S, to get a free 14-day trial and 20% off your first month. Sign up for the new year and let Copilot help you reach your fitness goals. I mean, look, folks, setting aside what's stated in the Steele dossier, Donald Trump in the United States of America is an adjudicated rapist. Let me repeat that. In the United States of America, Donald Trump is an adjudicated rapist. A jury back in May 2023 found that Donald Trump engaged in that conduct, and Donald Trump was then found liable for defamation for $83.3 million. Now, Donald Trump can go up and give press conferences like the one I showed where he claims that he won, but it just shows what a malignant narcissistic liar he is to keep on saying that over and over again when it's obvious that he lost and lost very, very big. And here's the thing, though. Donald Trump's lawyers going around bragging like they win cases. They lose almost all of their cases, and probably the biggest loser in litigation generally. When Donald Trump is the plaintiff, he loses. He just lost as the plaintiff, the party bringing the case, or the petitioner in the High Court in London. Donald Trump lost when he was bringing a lawsuit against Hillary Clinton in the Southern District of Florida and dozens of other defendants. Not only did Trump lose, he was the person doing the suing, And then a judgment was entered against Donald Trump. Alina Habba, specialty, of course, she was representing Donald Trump. So Trump sued Clinton and a dozen other defendants. Trump ended up owing them close to $1 million in sanctions. So he sued and then he lost and he had to pay them almost as if they sued him. By the way, same thing happened. Alina Habba representing Donald Trump in the lawsuit against the New York Times. They tried to do an end run around New York's anti-SLAPP statute by calling the New York Times reporting on the Mary Trump, an issue relating to Mary Trump and Trump's tax returns. They tried to call it like tortious interference with contractual relations. State court, New York, Trump lost, has to pay attorney's fees for the New York Times, somewhere near $400,000. Donald Trump sues Michael Cohen, then Donald Trump runs away from his deposition when he's suing Michael Cohen for $500 million. So Trump does the suing, demands $500 million. Cohen's like, okay, well, let me take your depositions. And Donald Trump's like, all right, no, I'm dismissing the case against you. And of course, you know, Donald Trump lost in the E. Jean Carroll case. Continues to lose. And by the way, he lost in the New York Attorney General civil fraud case summary judgment, where the Trump organization was ordered to be dissolved. And then his lawyer goes around bragging about it. I mean, this was Alina Habba a few months back, where she went to this convention called Turning Points USA, a right-wing convention, bragging about losing, like she was like celebrating losing. Here, play this clip.
That got assigned to a Clinton-appointed judge. And what do you think happened? Nobody's heard of the case, right? It's because it's gone. I never met the judge. I never walked into the courtroom. There were probably 50 lawyers representing all of the radical left. Clinton's lawyers, Mook's lawyers, and the list goes on and on and on. 1 month. It got dismissed, and me and President Trump got sanctioned $1 million for going against crooked Hillary. You didn't know that, did you? Fake news, folks. Fake news. They won't report it. But guess what? We paid that $1 million, and we're going to keep on fighting.
And here's Alina Habba on a recent podcast talking about how she'd rather be pretty than smart, because she says that you can fake smart. Play this clip.
I'll tell you something. Somebody said to me, Alina, would you rather be smart or pretty? And I said, oh, easy. Pretty. I can fake being smart.
Also, it should be noted, I mean, Alina Habba's behavior recently has just been so unhinged, so bizarre. She is like reposting memes that say that like she's a better role model for women than Taylor Swift. And she just reposted or another one that she liked that said that she's more attractive than Taylor Swift. And she liked that post. I mean, what a strange crew. This group, just bad lawyers and dangerous lawyers. What a bunch of strange, weird people also, though, what they're engaged in. But anyway, losing internationally now in his case where he sued Christopher Steele and Orbis Business to try to, argue against the falsity of the statement. But he lost. Ben Meiselas, MeidasTouch Network. Let's get to 3 million subscribers. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Hey Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.